What's up, Full Ride Nation? Back for another one. For all y'all that don't know me, Christopher, former D1 walk-on turned starter. Here to help you guys with all your basketball hopes and dreams. Here for your daily motivational. So today's video is a response to a YouTube comment from M-Dizot, M-D-I-Z-O-T. So he had a good question and he wanted to get my take on it. And basically he was saying, and to make a long story short, that these AAU super teams get together and they put guys together that are physically better than the competition, and they may or may not play down kind of sort of to an extent. And so when you face these guys, they pretty much blow you out and dominate these tournaments, but yet these teams that are stacked with all of this talent, they may not be the best skilled and the most skilled players. And he kind of wanted to get my take on it. Well, here's my thing with that, right? The AAU landscape has definitely changed from when I played. It, in my opinion, is not necessarily as competitive as it was. It's competitive, but what I mean by not competitive, I'm saying like in our day, we took the challenge to play against the best, but like now it's like the best wants to be with the best. They don't want to take the challenge to go up against each other. But here's the thing, what you have to understand about going up against some of those, I guess, quote unquote, super teams, as they call them, with AAU. Here's the thing, as you mentioned, those teams may be better physically, but they're not necessarily the most skilled. Understand this, guys, that when you get to the next levels, it's going to boil down to your skills. Don't get me wrong, you have to have heart, but you're going to have skills. So a lot of those players that do not have the skills and they don't develop those skills, then they're just going to be, you know, AAU players. So my advice to you is make sure your kid has heart, because that's the one thing that can't be taught. We can teach skills, we can teach those things, but if your kid doesn't have heart, there's nothing that we can do. Don't be so concerned about playing against the super team and all of that type of stuff. Be more concerned with what your child's output and what their production is during that game. Because understand, scouts are not stupid, they're not crazy, they know what's going on as well. So again, when they come to these games, it's specifics that they're looking for from different players on different teams. And as long as your player, aka your child, shows up with a specific skill set, and like I say, he's playing defense, he's doing the intangibles, because just because you get beat and or blown out by a team that's much better than yours, how did your child play individually in that scenario? So did your child take on the challenge to guard the best player? Did they make that player's life that much more difficult? If that player averages 25 and is shooting 50% of the field, where they make them score 25 but shoot 25% from the field? See, these are the things that you have to be looking at when you're playing. So focus more on you improving your skills more so than the score of these games in AAU. Because no matter what, guys, understand this is for your own personal development to get to the next level. So yeah, you want to win as much as you can, don't get me wrong, nobody wants to go in here and get beat, but at the same time, play with heart, play with tenacity, and continue to improve your skills. Don't worry about what the other people are doing, worry about what you're doing. And that's my advice for you, M-Dizot. So hopefully that helps. If you guys got any other questions, feel free to hit me up. Like I said, I'm former D1 walk-on. Also, I am an AAU coach as well. So I'm in the mix with all of this, guys. So again, I'm not a guy who's just out here talking. I'm actually involved. I'm a coach of a 10th and 11th grade team right now. So I do see exactly what you're talking about. But it boils down to you and your personal development. So Full Ride Nation, I held you too long. This video is past 4 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all know the drill. Let's compete.